Well, guys, we did it. We started a podcast. I'm Travis. I'm going to be your host. This podcast is going to be a once-a-month thing where we kind of just dive into all of our whiskeys and our wood-fired pizzas, our wood-fired dishes, and we're going to have on guests. We're going to have a good time. This week we talked to my friend Kyle. Kyle is the bar manager here at Neat. He's been here for 4 years. And we could do a deep dive into whiskey in this one, but I'm not going to talk too much about it. I'm going to save it for the episode. So watch, like, subscribe, all those good things, and enjoy. Hi, guys, and welcome to the Barrels and The Bourbon. This is a podcast where we talk about all things that are happening here at Neat. And I'm your host, Trav, and we are joined today by Kyle, a resident whiskey expert. So Kyle's just going to run us through some whiskey facts, maybe things we don't know about whiskey, how he got started here, and we'll just dive into it. So Kyle, right now we have a spread of whiskeys that we put out here right now, and we got a little bit we want to say about them. So do you want to just take us through maybe briefly from right to left?
Just go down the line?
Yeah.
Yeah. So over here we got Michter's small batch, which is just going to be your staple piece, easy to grab on the shelf at any liquor store. Can mix it with whatever. It's going to taste great. In the middle, you got kind of like the king of all kings. You got your Pappy 12-year. Super allocated, really hard to find stuff, but it's unbelievable. And then over here, it's just a classic brand that everyone knows, but the bottle you probably might not have seen before.
That was the one I wanted to talk about the most, even though we got Van Winkle in there, the Pappy Van Winkle in there.
Star of the show,
For some reason, this one caught my eye because I didn't know that they make higher end bourbon.
Yep.
And what's the proof on that?
This guy's going to come in 129.5 proof. So it's definitely going to have some heat on it. It might burn a little bit when you take your first sip.
Have you had that yet?
I have, yeah.
Nice. You like it?
Yeah, but I typically like higher proof stuff.
Okay. What is when, all right, if you were to go to, what's your go-to whiskey? If you were to go for one, pick one off the shelf or even here, what would you grab?
If I were to grab something, a lot of people like all the Buffalo Trace stuff, so the Eagle Rares, but I like just Russell's 10. Russell Reserve 10-year, that's a great whiskey.
Russell's
it's a
10.
go-to. Or any bottled and bond whiskeys are just great.
Okay, I feel like you've actually gave me the bottled and bond advice
Yeah, because the bottled and bond is the standard, for good. A bottled and bond has to be aged at least 4 years and at 100 proof.
Okay.
So you know what you're getting. You know what you have to get. 4 years, 100 proof. There's no shortcuts. There's no proof cutting, distillation.
Okay. What would be in terms of aging in a barrel? How long would you want it to? What was your ideal? Do you have an ideal? Is that too specific of a question?
No. When it comes to aging, it's all about what you're looking for in the taste. So something that's going to be, 2 years old is going to not be as developed. It's going to be lighter in color. It's almost going to be see-through. Where something
Is that sweeter when it's younger?
It's sweeter, but sometimes it's not as palatable. It's not going to be...
Okay.
You're not going to pick up as much because it doesn't have that distinct finish on it. So again... Through the history of bourbon, 8 to 10 years is that sweet spot, but the bourbons can go up to 25.
25.
Yeah. So, but when you get to stuff like that, it sits in that oak barrel so long, so it might be too oaky, too harsh, too you're almost chewing on wood. Some people like that, some people don't.
Do you like that?
I've had 18 years to 20 years, and those are pushing it. I don't know if I can get into 25.
I don't even know the oldest that I've had, to be honest with you.
But those, the older it is, also the more expensive it's going to be, the harder it is, because, you got to let that sit for older than
Yeah. Okay, well, all right. Well, again, this is great that you're on the pod today, because when I have any whiskey questions for, in my personal life, I go to you pretty much. And I've asked you a few times, literally, I've told you, notes that I wanted. It's I wanted it to be smooth and a little sweet. And you, you nailed it, dude. It was the Amador.
The Amador double barrel,
I'm never going to forget that. That's memories burned in my mind.
Yep.
Yeah. So tell us how you got into, whiskeys and, bartending. How did all of this develop? How do we get here where all this information about whiskey? I feel like that's a years-long process, right?
Yeah, I've been tending bar here for coming up on 4 years. So being in a whiskey bar for that long, you kind of just pick up stuff. And then again, like you are, I'm a big whiskey guy, big bourbon guy. So is my dad outside of here. So me and him, if we're bored on
drink whiskeys.
Yeah, like when we watch the Bills game, we'll have a little whiskey neat instead,
classic.
A couple beers. So
we're from Buffalo, right? Like this restaurant is in Buffalo, New York. So we're all Bills fans around here. We're used to the cold. And whiskey is one of those things that you can drink in the cold, and it warms you up. I always said whiskey is just like a nice little hug. Yeah, nice little hug.
They're all different depending on what you get.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So let's talk a little bit about you, like as a man.
Yep.
You, I know you have a dog.
You have a dog, yeah.
Nova.
Yeah. Golden Retriever.
Nova has an Instagram handle, right?
She does. Lenovo Golden.
Yeah, let's pull up right here. Let's pull up Lenovo Golden Instagram handle.
Yep.
And
She's famous.
Do we have a picture? Let's pull up a picture actually, like right here too. And then she is famous. Yeah, she's famous in my eyes. She's been on the Neat page a few times.
Yep.
Yeah. She's a good girl.
She loves the camera.
Yeah. That's great, Kyle. You know what else is great? Our Bourbon Smash cocktail, the first sponsor of today's episode. Crafted with smooth bourbon, refreshing cucumber, aromatic basil, and a zesty splash of lemon, this cocktail is a perfect blend of bold and bright. A touch of simple syrup brings it all together for a crisp, balanced finish that's as refreshing as it is indulgent. So whether you're winding down after a long day or kicking off a night out, the Bourbon Smash is the drink that you have been waiting for. So raise your glass to a new twist on classic flavors. The Bourbon Smash, fresh, bold, and unforgettable. All right, so Kyle, it's December 2nd now, or 3rd, or something like that. It's early December.
Yep.
So we're getting into the holiday season, and I had to ask, what is a few bourbons that you would recommend that we have here that you would recommend for the holiday season, the upcoming season, like the winter, or like kind of like a Christmassy feel, or just some kind of little spice that gives you something?
Yeah. So again, going back to the proof points, a lot of people nowadays are going to go to something higher in proof because it's going to have more of that heat, that burn. So you're going to have something that's going to warm you up almost if you're outside, at a tailgate, something like that. But yeah, I mean, you really can't go wrong with any of our choices here. A personal favorite of mine that I like to go to, like getting into the winter time, is Wild Turkey 101, because again, it's
Wild Turkey is good.
It's a staple. It's going to have a little bit higher the proof point. It's going to be just smooth all the way around. This is like the time where you're also going to want to get into something finished. Maybe if you like Angel's Envy.
Wait, finished? Did you say?
Yes.
What is that? I don't know.
So it depends on if you have a finished bourbon, it's going to be finished in a cask other than an oak. So like a class.
Oh, like a Chardonnay or something.
Cabernet, cognac, everything. They got every finish nowadays.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Maple syrup ones.
That sounds holiday. Yeah.
Who
does that?
Widow Jane Decadence is a really good one.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Yep.
Wow, I didn't know. We're learning so much. This is great. Yeah, we're all learning together. It's beautiful. Any whiskeys that are like flavored? That's a thing, right?
Yeah, we got one right now in our
winter
cocktail menu that it's getting towards winter. We're gonna start switching it up.
Yeah. That's coming. That's supposed to be coming out.
Probably within the next
within a week or so. Yeah.
Gonna be
That's great. Yeah. See, you guys are learning. We're all learning all the time, every minute. Yeah.
But yeah, right now we got on our menu, we got a peanut butter kisses, which is a dessert cocktail that has screwball whiskey, which is
the peanut butter. Yes. That one is so good too.
Yeah. I mean, you can't go wrong with peanut butter.
Yeah, dude. It literally tastes like a whiskey milkshake. It's delicious. Yeah. Hey guys, it's time to take your happy hour to the next level here at Neat. We're bringing the heat, literally, with our signature wood-fired menu, perfect for kicking back after a long day of work. Imagine crispy, charred pizza kissed by the flames of our wood-fired oven, giving it the delicious flavor unlike anything else. Plus, our happy hour pizzas are only $14. Pair that with $1 off beers, you've got the perfect way to unwind. And don't forget, our happy hour specials run from 4 to 6 p.m. from Monday to Thursday with amazing deals on drinks and food. So whether you're here for the pizza, the drinks, or just to enjoy some good company, we've got something for everyone. So why wait? Grab your friends, come on down to Neat, and let's make this happy hour one to remember. Back to you, Kyle. So Kyle, you worked here for 4 years, you said, right?
Yep.
And that means that it's kind of, you've probably gotten into like somewhat of a routine, like when you work here. Can you walk me through like almost like a day in the life of like what it is to be a bartender at Neat?
Yep.
Or you're a bar manager here, so it's let's walk me through that. Tell me your day. Even like literally like, you don't have to tell me all the details. You don't have to tell me you're brushing your teeth and all that, but like you wake up to like go to sleep.
Yep. So yeah, like a day like today where I open the bar, I'm the only person here, so it's pretty simple. Come in, set up the bar, do the opposite of a close. So you just, instead of putting everything away, you're gonna bring it all back out.
Right.
Set up the bar, and then again wait for the people to show up, start serving people, and that's just an easy day of bartending.
So I bartended for maybe a year, and it was a wedding banquet bartender.
Yeah.
And very quickly they realized that Trav is not a great bartender in terms of like how to like make mixed drinks. I would like immediately forget. They'd be like, I want a vodka soda. I'd forget immediately what they wanted. Yeah. So they put me on beer duty. And then after that, I would just talk to people. And I had so much fun, like literally so much fun just talking to people. And I always thought that was the best part about bartending.
Yep.
Was like, I'm sure that you have people come in here all the time and you're friends with, and they tell you about their day and like whatever they did last week since you saw them, or they just got a new dog or whatever. There's just a kid. Yeah. Something like that, which I think would be the coolest part. And especially after 4 years of that, where you now have probably like legitimate friends that you've made that just like come in here. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. It's great establishing regulars. I mean, I got people that I've just met through here that come in that they have my phone number now. They'll text me and be like, "Hey, bar busy? Is it not busy?" Yeah. And again, like a place like this, like it's always busy. So you got to be the first one there to get those seats.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, when I come in here at night, it's just like lined up. I'm
those
like,
night shifts. That's when you walk into the chaos and you just gotta pick up your feet and get to it.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I love this place, man. That's awesome. Cool. And I'm so glad that we got to start this podcast. We're going to probably wrap up this first episode. We're going to keep them a little short. But I do want to ask you, have anything you want to plug at all? Any shows coming up?
I'm not a big show watcher. I'm a big book reader.
You're a reader?
Yeah, I like to read.
Okay, what are you reading? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
You've never told me that. I didn't know that. Yeah, I've known you for how many years? I didn't know that. Yeah. Tell me, what are you reading? My girlfriend's reading Crime and Punishment right now, which I thought was like, okay, let's get really serious. All right, we're reading Dostoevsky or whatever.
I like to read like only like business, philosophy, investing type books. So right
Tony
now,
Robbins.
Yeah.
Are you on Tony Robbins right now?
No, right now I'm reading this book called The Almanac. It's about a man from Silicon Valley that kind of struck it big, and he's kind of showing you like what to do with business, what to do with your life to make you successful in the long run. Cool.
Yeah. I think that's also like that part of it is probably a lot of like a routine, like getting into a routine. And like, I think I there's this stuff all the time, like when you're on Instagram and YouTube, that like inspirational stuff. But like one of them was like, just start before everybody. Yeah. And like, you're already ahead, and it's like, oh my God, like that just makes so much, it's so simple, but it just makes so much sense. But yeah. Cool. All right, that was kind of a weird spot to end on, but we're going to end it there. Thanks, guys, for watching. We're going to be back next month with another episode. I think that's probably going to be the pizza episode, so we're going to dive into some of our wood-fired pizzas. But until then, enjoy this episode. Come in, get some whiskey from my man Kyle over here.
Always here.
And we will see you on the next one. Thank you.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.